want to thank you very much for joining me today on Real Feel Insights. Are you a little nervous? You are? Okay. All right. There's no need to it. It's just like two people visiting, and yeah. So do you have your water? Got everything you need? Okay, we're going to make you feel as comfortable as possible but it is kind of an uncomfortable conversation that we're going to be having today. So thank you very much. I appreciate you joining us here on Real Feel Insights, and also being vulnerable from your position, I think is very strong. It's incredible in my eyes. We've had conversations in the past about some of the things that you've been through. So I'm just eager for my listeners to kind of hear a little bit of some of the things that we're going to be talking about today. So let's see. I think what I want to do maybe is can you tell me a little bit about where you grew up and siblings and kind of like that. Are you a country kid, farm kid?
Yeah, I grew up on a farm in central Minnesota. Population around 2,000. Small school. I was a basketball player in high school. That was my ticket out of town.
Okay.
I was born to shoot.
Ah, I like. How tall are you, Tara?
6 foot.
6 foot.
Yeah.
Okay. Tall mom and dad, parents?
Yeah, my mom's probably tall for a woman. They'll be married 50 years this summer. So I grew up in a traditional home.
Oh, okay. All right. And where are you placed at birth order?
Last.
Out of?
Well, there was 3 of us. I have one in between that died at birth. The umbilical cord choked her on the way out. And then an older sister that's about 4.5 years older than me.
Oh, my word. I did not know that. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I am so sorry. Wow. So during the delivery. Oh my gosh. Oh. So okay. So that was the middle one.
Yep.
Okay. And then you have an older brother.
Sister.
An older sister.
Yep. There had been three girls.
3 girls. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And then you're the baby.
I am.
Okay. Are you still the baby?
Yeah.
Did they refer to you as?
Probably.
Probably? Okay. I don't know if you know this, but I have 6 children, and my youngest little girl, I said she's going to be 50 years old and still my baby. I don't know why.
Well, I'm like 60 grandchild. I'm number 60 of the grandchildren.
On mom's side or dad's?
Dad's.
On dad's side?
Yeah.
60?
60. I'm the youngest, so.
Oh my God.
Big family.
Big
Lots of
family.
love.
Oh, that's a nice way to put that. I love that. That's cool. Are you close with all those cousins?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I am.
So when you say you're a country kid or a farm kid, like animals, dairy?
Yeah. Yep, we had dairy cattle. And
So you have to get up in the morning and...
no, I didn't do any of that.
Oh, you didn't do any of that?
I took care of the cats.
The cats. Okay, all right. Did you have crop farming too?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so okay. Did you help with any of that or?
Picking rock, picking weeds.
Okay, yeah, all right. Bringing lunch out?
No, I ate everybody's lunch.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough. Okay, all right. I just always remember, I grew up on a farm as well when I was younger, and we'd have to, like in the spring and in the fall when they were planting and harvesting, then I would have to pack, make sandwiches and cookies and a big thermos of water and bring it out and right out to the field, right out to where they were driving the tractor or doing whatever they were doing. I haven't done that for years, but I think when you're a farm kid, you're always a farm kid. I don't know, and you never leave that. I'm not a farmer at all now, but
You grow up with strong roots.
yes, yeah, good work. Do you have a good work ethic?
I think so. I have
Okay.
good discipline, I think.
Oh, you do? Okay. All right. So you said basketball was your ticket out of town. Okay. All right. Tell me a little bit. You get a scholarship or?
Yeah, I was recruited heavily
Mm.
in, say, North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, and I chose to go smaller D1 JUCO school
Okay.
because I wanted to play. I didn't want to sit the
Oh,
bench.
sure. Okay. I understand. Yep. What'd you go to school for? You
No.
didn't care.
No.
You didn't care.
No.
It was basketball.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to be in the WNBA. That was my ultimate goal.
Okay. Okay. We are having this fire is just giving us some competition here. It is really nice to have that warmth. Are you hot or
No.
you're good? Everything good? Okay. Just a popping and a crackling away. Okay, so did you have any direction of what you were going to do in life? Like, so you graduated from high school.
No, it was going to be basketball.
Basketball.
Yeah.
Okay, that was your love. That was your dream. Okay, college years there. Well, how were you? Were you a good student, kind of, sort of?
My first couple years in college, yeah. My coach was very strict. He was a great guy. He was always checking up on us. Make sure we went to the library, get those extra hours in, and we were a great basketball team as well, like 13-0 at home my freshman year. Yeah.
Wow.
And then in my first couple years in college, I started to drink a little bit, dabble a little bit with marijuana, but it really didn't stick because my coach was really strict the first couple of years of college. And
Did you, when you were in high school, did you do any party?
in 7th and 8th grade is when I first started drinking.
That's pretty young.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me a little bit. Why? Was it peer pressure or?
It was just probably convenience and friends' basement cellar room.
Okay. Okay. So you started 7th and 8th grade.
Yeah.
Okay. All
And
right.
then in college, or in high school, no, because I didn't want to get in trouble.
Right. Right. You have a good coach in high school?
Yeah, I was a pretty good coaching staff.
Okay. But you were dabbling in alcohol?
Not in high school.
Not in high school. Okay,
not
but
in the
you
drugs. Yeah.
7th and 8th grade, you kind of started a little
Yeah.
bit, but then you kind of straightened out because you didn't want to lose your position. You were good at what you were doing. You wanted to go to college. Okay, so basketball kept you kind of in the straight and narrow then.
Yeah.
Could we say it that way? Okay, all right. So because we're talking about drunk driving and different things. Is that where we're going to be going with today?
Yeah, my
Okay.
freshman year is my first time with the law. We were over in...
Freshman year in college?
Yes,
Okay.
we were over in a border town and drinking on a Sunday, but I wanted to make it that in college we have a 48-hour rule. We cannot drink 48 hours prior to a game.
Okay.
So most of our games were Friday and Saturday.
Sure.
And so this happened to be a Sunday, and we were sitting at an apartment party,
Sure.
second floor of an apartment, and the cops knocked on the door, and everybody else jumped off the balcony. They didn't want to get a minor consumption or in trouble, and we were in season, so we could not do that. And so that was my first brush with the law, that I had a minor consumption.
Okay.
Thought no big deal about it. Back then it was $85. And then we just went to the courthouse and paid cash.
Okay, but did that affect you with your playing, with the bat? What did your coach say to you?
Fortunately, I was with 3 of his favorites on the basketball team.
Okay.
And sophomore girls. And,
Okay.
No, we didn't really get in trouble.
Okay, so you got a minor, you had to
Yep.
pay the fine.
Yep.
Other than that, it didn't affect you in any way?
I'm sure we ran a lot in practice.
Oh, you had to pay for it that way. Okay, all right. So that was the first, okay, when you were a freshman in college. Is that kind of like, I don't want to normalize it, but like, isn't that kind of what maybe a lot of people do in college? Like, we start to kind of investigate a few things, and we're out of our parents' house.
Right.
We got a little freedom. Kind of dabble in that a little bit. Okay. So no big deal.
No.
Got a minor.
Yep.
Okay, move on.
2 years at this JUCO, I transferred to a university to play.
Okay.
And I started there as a junior on the basketball team. And I got my second brush with the law.
Okay.
Should have been a DWI, but I got careless that night instead.
Okay.
The coach found out about it before morning. He was ready on the phone with a lawyer and
Okay.
got it down to so it was just another slap on the wrist.
Okay. Okay, when you say that the words you use are a brush with the law, is this going to occur a lot now?
Yes.
It is. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. To me, though, this is not really, this is kind of normal. Like getting a minor, you know, you're just, like I said, you know, you're out of your parents' house, you're in college, you're just kind of experimenting with a few different things. That's not you're not bad. I mean, it's kind of normal.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. But then now
Mine just start stacking. in
oh,
life.
escalating.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now, where's drinking with you now at this point? What's happening?
Drinking, same with the 48-hour rule at this college, too. That's the rule that we have.
Okay.
And a lot of the games are still Friday and Saturday. There's usually one during the week, probably closer to the surrounding towns.
Okay.
I turned 21 at this college as well.
Okay.
So now I'm allowed
Sure.
in the bars.
Yep.
And where this college is, there's not much to do, you know, for culture and concerts or so. And the party scene is that's where it's at.
Okay.
Or the road tripping, the bonfires.
Okay. Okay. When did it get to be a lot? So the 48 hours, are you not abiding by that now?
Oh, I always listen to that rule.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So Friday and Saturday night, then Sunday you'd start in until what? 2?
Or Saturday night after the game.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
usually when it started. Right
Okay.
away after game over.
Okay. Game over. Start
Crack
selling.
open.
Crack
Yep.
open. Beer.
Beer, liquor, you name it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And was it what everybody was doing, or was it you? Was it the entire team doing this?
I would say a majority of them. You know, we'd all go to the same parties.
Okay.
You know, different sports had at their house party or they go to the bars.
Okay. Okay. And then how are you going back home? Is your parents, are they really involved in your life? Are they following your team and going to some of the games?
Oh, yeah. They did not miss home games of
Okay.
any of these colleges.
Okay.
And always on the road to watch me play. Yeah.
Okay.
Big sport nuts they are.
Ah, all right. Well, yeah, they loved
They
it.
still go to all the high school
Wow.
games
Yeah.
and stuff.
Oh, okay. You had great support.
Yeah.
Great support. Okay. So you mentioned you got your second brush.
My junior year,
Okay. And the coach talked it down to
careless.
careless.
Yeah.
Okay. So a DUI, were you in an accident or did you get
No,
pulled over?
I just got pulled over. I didn't have my lights on in my truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
Um,
How did you handle how did your parents handle that? How did you kind of
I was in a totally different state than where I grew up. I don't know. Wasn't really talked a lot about,
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
I had a fine to pay, and I lost my license for like 30 days.
Okay.
It wasn't a big deal
It
for
wasn't
me.
a big deal.
No.
Okay. It didn't affect you.
No.
The coach, he went to bat for you.
Right.
He got it called down. He didn't.
Yep.
Did he chew you out though, privately?
At that college, I was probably his number one player,
Okay.
and so
Okay.
there was no
Okay.
trouble.
He needed you.
Yeah.
Was there a little bit of privilege there? A little
Yeah,
bit.
I felt like that a little bit in college. Like I was the number one player. You know, I was scoring 20 a game, and big chip on my shoulder.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, you had attitude.
a little bit.
Or a lot.
It depends on who you were, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Like I always scared the freshmen or
Okay. Okay. All right.
walk on campus like I was
Oh,
the
yeah.
big shot.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And that wasn't my personality at all. But the drinking and the drugs changed it.
Okay. Oh, it elevated your attitude. The drinking. Okay. Now you said drinking and drugs. Now we've added drugs to the scene. When did that get introduced?
That second college, my marijuana use
Okay.
almost at a daily.
Okay. Was the entire team doing that? No. That. Okay.
No.
Okay. That was you.
Yeah.
Are you alone?
I started hanging out with a different group of people as well.
So you didn't even hang out with your teammates?
Not a whole lot, especially my senior year. No. things really changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that, because that's a little odd. You're the kingpin
Yeah.
of the team. Why are you not involved with the team as much as what a person would think? There's that bond, you always want to do the bonding, right?
Yeah.
Why did you leave that and go elsewhere to, what was going
The
on?
drugs and alcohol just took over.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's what pulled you. You were
yeah.
having fun.
Yeah. I liked the high.
Okay, okay. So you were not only the highest, you were the best player, but then also you literally were all the time high. Did your coach know? Did he sense something?
Not the second college coach, no.
Nothing. Okay.
He didn't check on your grades or if you're going to class like
Okay.
that.
Are you going to class? Are you
While I was playing, yes.
okay? Because you knew you needed
Yeah.
to.
But was I paying attention in class? No.
What are you going to school for? What is it?
Like liberal arts, at first I felt like I wanted to be a teacher and a coach, but no.
Can I ask who was paying for your college?
I had scholarship.
Oh, full ride.
No. And then myself,
Okay.
family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because sometimes I think about like when, appreciation, when you have to work for that, you appreciate things a little bit more. So maybe the scholarship, you understand the dollar a lot more, when you have to pay for everything
Right.
outright. So did you appreciate things at that time? Or
Probably not.
probably not?
No.
Okay, all right, yeah. So now we're senior, and what's happening here now, your senior year of college?
The playing time, like the scoring went from maybe 20 points a game down to 4. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
okay.
last couple games of the season, we didn't make the playoffs.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I showed up to a couple practices, like under the influence, didn't really care.
Oh, your coach knew now at this time.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Well, you weren't even engaged anymore.
Right.
So, I mean, your teammates, I mean, they were frustrated. Some of them, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But, I was so numb and no feelings, didn't care.
Okay. Right there, that spot. You're numb. Why? You got everything going for you.
I did, and I just gave it all up.
You just gave it all up. Okay. I'm gonna just press one more time here, just a little bit. Like, was it the scene, the party scene, that you liked so much? Because, I mean, you were all through high school, and early college. I mean, you were making the team. And that's what kept you good. You didn't party in high school because you didn't want to get into trouble. And now we're just throwing it all away
Right.
when it's really the time to shine. What happened? What?
I became addicted to everything.
Okay. Okay. You're emotional. I want to thank you very much, for doing this. So it was the addiction. It just took over. Yeah. Do you have, is it regret? Is the emotion a little bit of regret in there?
I probably could have went across seas to play because I got a letter my senior year, but that was also thrown away because of the drugs and alcohol.
Wow, you were really wrapped in. Wow, and you had all these opportunities. Wow. All right, we're gonna kind of keep moving here. Yeah, take your time. Thank you for this is very tough. Yeah, but you public speak on this.
I do.
Yeah. So I can't believe. I mean, it's your level of strength, your inspiration, to do this and get into this, all these questions and stuff. But I think you have a heart that you want to lay this out for others to see. When you have such great potential, and to throw it away for what? Whew. All right. Well, we're gonna kind of keep going here. So your senior year, you graduate. Did you graduate from?
It took me 5, and I dropped out with like 12 credits to go to graduate.
Where's your parent? What did your parents say in here? Did they say anything?
It's all me, like they try and everything's one ear out the other.
So they're frustrated
Yeah.
probably too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, so they're frustrated, but you don't, you're just, I mean, it's a one-way street
Yeah.
here. It's just all what you want to
I
do.
got the blinders on, yeah.
Okay, the blinders, okay. Parents are trying, you had great family.
Yeah.
You have the youngest of 60 cousins on your dad's side. Great support system, gave you everything you needed, wanted, supported you, and you're just full force ahead, throwing everything away. Wow, okay. So you never graduated from college, partying, drugs, alcohol. What happens now? We're, what are we, 22, 20, 23?
Yeah.
Okay.
I moved to a new city. I started a relationship up. I was always maybe like a little bit of a player in college. I never was with one person.
Okay.
Probably another addiction, as they call it, like a sex addiction. So I moved to a new city, and I started a relationship with somebody that I've had a crush on numerous years before.
Through school, back in school yet? Or
Yeah,
in oh,
just for my freshman year in my first school. Yeah.
oh, back in freshman year of
Yep,
college.
yep.
Okay. You had, okay.
And we met up at a bar one night, and
And got connected.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
we were together for about 3 years. We drank and
Had fun.
smoked weed every single day
Okay.
almost.
Did you cross over weed?
Yes.
Anything else? Okay.
He introduced me to cocaine,
Okay.
and I absolutely loved it. I couldn't get enough.
Okay. Okay.
And I also did some mushrooms in my second college, but that really didn't stick.
Okay. Okay.
But I liked cocaine.
So you, this is kind of a common ground between you two then, is
Yeah.
drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's thoroughly in it, you're in it. What are you doing for money? Like, where are you working or what's happening?
Oh, I just got done with like a study, and I made bank on that.
Okay.
It's like a science study.
You participated in it and then you got paid for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just like, your savings, and
Do you get married?
we do get married.
Oh, you do? Okay. 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 What is he have an occupation?
He's a bartender.
Okay. 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 So then you get married. Are you really happy?
Probably not.
Probably not.
No, it's more lust than it is love for
Okay.
each other.
Okay, for you two. Okay.
Yeah.
But we're still just doing the party life completely. You get married. It stays the same, continuous.
Yeah.
Okay. What happens with the relationship then?
I find out that I'm pregnant, and I miscarry. And I kind of woke up a little bit, like, what am I doing with my life? Then it led to a divorce, and I moved back to my hometown.
How old are you when you miscarried?
26, 27, yeah, young.
How far along were you?
About 10 weeks, 10, 12 weeks.
And you're obviously doing drinking and
Yeah.
drugs.
Yeah, I had no idea
You didn't
until
even-
it was too late.
Oh, God. Okay. So then you two get divorced,
Yep.
but you're starting to shake a little bit
Yeah.
here, mentally and emotionally, because you're like, what in the world is going on? So that miscarriage did that to you. Okay. How long were you two married?
10 months.
You were married for 10 months.
Yeah.
Did you get pregnant right away? Or that 10 months?
I was pregnant before we got married.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you You knew things weren't, it shook you
Yeah.
when you had that miscarriage. Then you moved back home to your mom and dad,
To my hometown,
to
yeah.
your home, okay, back to your hometown. Where are you at mentally? Like,
I'm quiet. Keeping everything in,
okay,
but happy on the outside.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
I started up a business,
okay,
and it just takes off,
okay,
you know, because I'm well known back home.
okay,
And God gave me this other gift to paint
okay,
people's homes. Yeah, and I could work almost 7 days a week if I wanted to.
okay,
But nothing to do in the hometown, you know. So every day after work, you know, I'm a contractor, you know, labor, hard work. And I would go to that watering hole and sit there all night and drink. But I remember not going until I went to my storage unit where a lot of my stuff was, and smoking weed before, just you know, a little shield, so I could get through, you know, the night or.
oh, so you get done working before you would go out for the
Yeah.
evening? And you do that by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay,
And I'd meet up with, you know, my local people.
uh-huh,
Yeah.
okay. Sometimes people will say, you know, you drink to erase your pain, and do drugs. Is that an accurate statement for you? Are you trying to?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it numbs me, you know.
What are you getting numb from?
Probably the feelings. Because I'm not feeling anything.
Okay. Okay.
See, now I feel everything in my life now.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to process this. This is very, very intriguing to me. You had everything. Why did you not process when you were a child? Why didn't you have feelings then? And then how did it lead into the excessive use?
I don't know. I guess probably when I was a child, I was always trying to be good, trying to be, you know, a good child, always following the rules and behaving.
Okay. Okay.
You know, I grew up in the church.
Okay.
I didn't want any let anybody down. I was probably a people pleaser.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Tara, thank you. Thank you. I'm asking, I mean, these are some tough questions. And, I mean, thank you for being so honest. Because the more that I engage in conversation with people, these are real deals. I mean, these are real things and feelings that people have. And I think being honest and open, it's tough, you know, and for you to come and do this, and this isn't the first time. I mean, you public speak about this. You have a presentation you do for people, and you.
I probably don't get this deep, you know.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
but yeah.
Why do you do it? Why do you talk public speak on it? Awareness?
I want to give people hope.
Wow, that's amazing. You have a heart of gold, man. You really do. You just really do. Well, we're going to keep going here because there's a lot more to this story than this. But I think it's very important to hear this because of what's going to be happening here coming up. A lot of times people judge that.
Yeah.
But we also have to go back here and pull all of this out so that we understand people make mistakes. There's human error. You know, I mean, we make choices. And you don't, be careful when you judge somebody.
Right.
Be careful. So I'm going to keep moving here along so that we can get to the part here, what changed your life. Okay, so we're back into the hometown. We're divorced. We lost a child already. We've had some super highs in life here. I mean, a lot of people never get what you got in college with being the #1 star player. You had some good times. But now we're back home, but you are making a good living. Now you're working hard,
Yeah.
physically hard. Doesn't sound like you're afraid to work. Then what happens?
It came a routine, like every single day was like that, the drinking. I went to work on a Friday. And
How old are you when this happens?
29.
29?
Yeah.
Okay. You were married at 26?
Yeah.
And divorced?
Yep.
And now you're 29 in your hometown?
Yep.
Okay.
So this is 2011.
Okay.
I went to work on a Friday. I had a bathroom to paint. And it just took me that morning. My parents are in the same hometown. I was just curious what they were doing that weekend after I got done with work. My mom had mentioned that a couple of my cousins and uncle were coming out from the metro and going golfing with my dad, and that I could come over for supper. And I said that I was too busy, had other plans, but I want to do that same thing I did almost every single day. I went up to the local watering hole instead of being with family or even those cousins that I never, see out of the metro. And I sat up at the bar for a couple hours. Another addiction that I had that my bar did not have was pull tabs.
Okay.
So it was summer, the crowd was weak, and so me and a guy friend got in my car, and we wanted to go to a different town to drink that had pull tabs.
Okay.
So we grabbed a 6-pack of beer for the trip.
But you've been drinking already.
Yeah, I had a couple drinks.
Couple drinks.
Yep.
Are we pretty much past the .08 when you leave the bar?
Probably, because I drank
Okay.
the day before. So it's always, my BAC level's always stacking every single day. So to leave my hometown, I had to drive past my mom and dad's house. And it's summer, the music is blaring, the windows are down in your vehicle, and I missed the county road to turn to go down to this town. So I had to backtrack on a gravel road. So here I'm facing west. At about, 6:30, 7 o'clock at night, that sun is coming down. And I'm at a yield sign, and I didn't see the semi coming down the road at 65 miles an hour.
You had to yield?
I had to yield.
The semi did not have to yield?
Didn't have to.
Okay.
But I didn't see that semi, and he T-boned me in the intersection.
With your friend? Your friend
Yep.
is with you? Did he T-bone? Are you driving?
I'm driving.
Driver's side?
Driver's.
Your side.
My side. He pushes me onto a field approach, and I land in the cornfield on the opposite side of the road. Yeah. And so, at that time, my parents are waiting for supper to be done, and there's...
I'm just shook. Tara, I'm just shook.
Yeah.
I'm just, August 11th,
August 12th,
August 12th,
2011.
2011, about 6:30 in the evening. You're 20,
9.
changed your life.
Yeah. Sure did.
Do you remember any of it?
No. Nothing.
What happened to your friend?
He broke a couple ribs.
And what about you?
Lots of injuries. Lots of injuries. Yeah. But this is my community, you're all the volunteers are from my community, the EMTs, and every single one of them knows who I am. Like I was gonna say, my mom and dad are on their back deck, waiting for their supper to be over, and they're enjoying a drink, with my family. And they see all the fire trucks and all the cop cars and the ambulance are going by. we see those things, you know, you get excited and you look. You know, they didn't think it was me. But then they get that knock on the door, the worst knock that they could get, and say that Tara's on her way to the hospital in the ambulance. Stabilized me for airlift because they couldn't get a helicopter out in that country road. One of my lungs collapsed in the ambulance, and the other lung collapsed in airlift. I didn't have a scratch on me. My window was down. Well, the back window's shattered, but my window was down. Had my seatbelt on, thank God. Otherwise, I would have flown out of my window and underneath that truck. My seat squeezed me like a taco, and I broke 22 of my ribs out of the 24.
Let's see, how many ribs do we have? 22 of 24 of your ribs were broke?
Yeah.
And both your lungs are collapsed?
And I lacerated my liver. Yep.
You're sitting here, the impact of the semi hit, and it took right here.
Yeah.
Organs lacerated, liver broke, 22 ribs, and both lungs collapsed.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
That's a miracle.
A miracle. I get really, I don't know, I just get really, when we share stuff like this. Okay, we're gonna keep moving along here. So you were airlifted. You can't remember the accident at all.
I don't remember anything for like 28 days until I woke up in the ICU.
A coma.
Yeah. I was sedated with propofol for those 28 days.
You have...
Yeah, a lot of throat trauma. A couple of weeks into my hospital stay, they took the ventilators out because that's how I was breathing, so I could start healing. And a couple weeks into my ICU stay, they took the ventilators out to see if I could start breathing on my own. And a couple hours had passed, and they could hear air movement. And the nurse said that I was doing really well, and she told my mom, like, take a break or go get something to eat. And my mom thought that was a good idea. And she left my ICU room, and then she was walking out of the unit when all of a sudden the lights start flashing, code blue. She turns around and she sees everybody rushing into my room. And she gets to the doorway, and she sees her baby girl's fingers and lips are turning blue.
Okay.
And there's a nurse on top of me giving me chest compressions.
And that's violent.
Chest compressions on somebody that just broke pretty much all their ribs. Yeah.
What happened?
Chest compressions didn't work. They had to shock me back to life.
You're back on a ventilator again.
The only thing that I do remember in the ICU is a vivid dream that I had. And I swear it's that few minutes that I was out. And the dream was really, really dark.
Okay.
And I feel like God was giving me 2 directions.
Okay.
And the first one that I was leaning towards, I couldn't see any faces of people, but I was going to go hang out with them. I'll probably use, drugs and alcohol. But then at the last moment, like, I yelled to them and I said, I can't, my dad's here. And that's just like random. This is the only thing I remember. The next morning, obviously the chest compressions worked. And the next morning, I was scheduled for a trach surgery. And then after that, I woke up and I opened my eyes for the first time, and my dad's in front of my face. And he said I gave him the biggest smile ever.
Oh my gosh. How long were you in the ICU?
28 days.
Okay.
And then after that, I went up to a hospital bed stay because I had chest compressions, chest tubes, draining blood and mucus out of both of my lungs. Still.
Right.
Yep. I was moved up to the hospital bed, and I got a feeding tube, and I had the chest tube still in my lungs, draining the blood and mucus. Yeah.
What was the stay from the time, from the accident, August 12th to, and then when were you discharged?
I spent about 3 months in the hospital.
Wow.
I
Okay.
went from the hospital room bed, and then I went down to recovery in the basement of the hospital, trying to regain strength.
Right.
You know, I'd been laying in a bed for
Right.
a couple months and
Okay.
started walking again.
Okay.
I had a very difficult time to pass the swallow test to get discharged.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of trauma to the vocal cords.
Okay.
You know, ventilators in and out, emergency ventilators.
Wow.
They were suctioning all the time, and then the trach surgery.
Wow. Wow. Tara, the fact that you're here is unbelievable on so many levels. Wow. You have just, I can't thank you enough for sharing some of these details. I mean, I'm sure it's kind of like reliving it again. You know, all the emotions and you know, you do presentations, but you know, bringing in the emotion part of it to a presentation, that's a different level. So thank you very much for doing that today and sharing this. We're going to keep going here. So what happens then after?
I get discharged with a bag of pills, and that's the one addiction I didn't have.
Okay.
I wasn't a pill popper. I don't like to take pills. But with all the pain medication that I was on in the hospital, and I was still in a lot of pain from the ribs, and I went home with a bag of pills. It was like Oxycontin, oxycodone, Vicodin, hydrocodone, you name it. You know, and it was like your convenience store bag of pills. It was like, here, happy recovery. Because I wasn't somebody that liked to take pills, I cold turkeyed myself off within the week. And I got sicker than a dog. You know, my body needed that. So I spent another week in the hospital, in the local hospital, detoxing off all that.
That's, why did you do that cold turkey? Because you knew the danger that it could have led down to? Had you?
That, and I just didn't like to take pills. And then I was just a stubborn, you know, independent person that I don't need these, but my body did.
I know, but you were in pain.
Oh, yeah.
Well, okay, so you knew that this could potentially be a problem because of the different drugs that they sent you home.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because you're in pain, but you're not taking them because you know that it could lead down a bad path.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Yeah, and then everybody always talks about, the drug use and how you can get so addicted to the pills.
Okay.
And I knew I didn't need that addiction as well.
Okay, so are we a changed person now? I mean, like, mentally, where are you at now with drinking, and where are we at with that?
Changed person, probably not. I'm still trying to process all that. I probably haven't even processed my divorce and my miscarriage yet at this time, you know?
Okay.
And then I got a new trauma on top of all that. And then
When you say your new trauma, the accident.
Yeah.
Okay.
And everything that happened in the hospital.
Okay.
You know, trying to process a code. Like, why am I here?
Oh.
Maybe.
Wow.
Why did I survive the crash? When I went to go see my vehicle, I'm like, what? How can somebody?
Okay. Okay. Wow, that's a lot. You had a lot. There was a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. There was a lot going on. Okay. I have to remember that too, like in an accident, you know, for anybody that's listening too, like, it's not only just the accident. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes with it when it's a traumatic event like that bad of an accident. There's so much going on. Is that survivor's guilt? Like you can't believe it that you survived that?
Maybe.
Okay. I'm going to ask about that friend of yours. Where's your relationship with him now, and what's happening there? He's just a good friend of yours.
Just in the present, or at that after
After the accident.
Occasional talk,
Okay.
but we really didn't hang out anymore, I
Okay.
guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was there any legal issues after the accident?
He didn't come after me. No.
Okay. Okay.
In his mind, it was I brought that 6-pack of beer into her car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to pay some money to the truck driver
Okay.
and the trucking business.
Were you charged with anything?
I was charged with a CVO, which is a criminal vehicular operation. It's a felony.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
after months after recovering, I had to go to court.
Okay.
And I also forgot to mention, when I moved after my years of college to the bigger city, I got a DWI after that as well. Back in '06, I forgot to mention that. I hit a curb drinking and driving, and I just bonded out of jail, and so that was another slap on the wrist.
Did
So
you plead guilty?
I can't even remember that far back.
Okay. Okay. So you did mention you had a DUI already, or DWI.
So my freshman year, it was a minor, and then my junior year, it was a careless. It should have been a DWI, but it came
that's
down to
right.
a careless.
Okay.
So then when I left college, then I got my official DWI.
Okay. Okay.
So there's number 2 with driving under the influence.
Okay.
And so here's my car accident, and it's a CVO. It's a criminal vehicular operation.
Okay.
Because I had somebody in my vehicle, and they got hurt as well.
Okay.
And so I was charged with that, and I was on probation for 2 years. I sat in jail for 14, but I got to get out for work release. And I continued to use. It didn't stop me.
After you continued to drink and drugs yet
Yeah.
after the accident.
Yeah.
Okay, but you weren't popping any pills.
No, no.
You quit that.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I ended up in the hospital, for a week at that, and then detoxing off that. And then that spring, after my court, and I had my first surgery, and it was a throat surgery to repair my vocal cords. And then I continued to work a little bit, ease into my labor job, and it was painful every single day. And then they found out that 6 of my ribs did not heal correctly.
Okay.
3 of them had fused together. 2 of them were sticking into my lung, and 1 was sticking into my diaphragm. So I had a 13-and-a-half-hour surgery to fix those ribs.
Okay.
So then there was 6 plates and 86 screws on the left side
To keep it
in place.
in place.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a year later?
Yeah.
So we had served our 14 days.
Yep.
We went through the whole court system. Do you have a felony on your record? Or did you get that
Well,
removed?
after 3 years, that first felony goes away.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
But yes, I am a felony today
Okay.
because I had one more brush with the law.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so we get through the whole year. Now you have another 13-hour surgery.
Working with my painting business, and it's just booming, and it's taken off
Okay.
into my hometown.
How was your support in your hometown? Did everybody support you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
My sister did a Karen Bridge site when I was in the ICU, so everybody was always curious and following along. Everybody always came up to the bigger hospital and visited my mom, my dad. Everybody came, everyone.
A lot of support. Okay. All 60 or 59 of your cousins, they were supporting you?
I think most of them came.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. A lot of people don't have that, Tara.
No. I took a lot of it for granted.
Okay. Okay, so we get through that surgery, get everything, you're back into kind of sort of shape.
Yeah.
Okay. And your business is booming.
Yeah. And I even wanted to do like a 5K. My lung capacity now is at 48%. and it's never going to get better because of all the trauma. So, and I was so excited to do a 5K, after my recovery, but I couldn't run anymore.
Okay.
So I walked it, but I trained to walk it, and I did it in 45 minutes and 45 seconds, which I was really proud of.
That's
to
super
walk
cool.
that.
Yeah.
We're training for months. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, working.
Okay, but we're still using and drinking yet.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Would you consider yourself a slow learner? Looking back on it, because I'm thinking that, like
I feel like I'm pretty street smart.
street smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know better, but
Okay.
I just
You're just you were just
yeah,
addicted to it. Okay.
I was.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
trying to, I didn't want feelings. I just wanted to.
Still yet. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. So now-
It's 2015, and I move away, and I remarry.
Okay.
Okay. But I move away from all my friends and family.
Okay.
I don't have anybody.
Okay.
My husband is busy working. And at first, I would be on the road, go back to my hometown or surrounding area and do the painting. And then I'd be home for like a week, but that just wasn't working out. And when I did drink, I lived out of town, and I would, go from one bar to the next, and that's how I made my friends, my new friends. And then on another Friday, I started day drinking, and this is December of 2018.
Okay.
And then I'm on my way home, driving my pickup and going 81 miles an hour.
Okay.
And this is the winter, and jamming out, and I get picked up again. Probably about a half a mile before an S-curve.
Oof. Okay.
And I travel this S-curve almost every single day, and my cruise at 55, 60, and it's a wicked S-curve. There's no way I would have made that
At
going
81.
81.
Okay.
And I get pulled over again. The night's angry, though. This is going to be number 4 strike. And knowing that I was a previous felon, that this was going to stick. And knowing maybe prison was over my head.
Okay.
And I wasn't
Wow.
very kind to that deputy that night as well. He had no idea that, like, with my lung capacity, that I couldn't breathe in that breathalyzer and, like, blow as hard as he wanted to me. So we weren't our good impressions for that first time. So I ended up in the county jail that weekend, thinking my life was over. I passed out, obviously, the first night. And then the second night, I kind of had this spiritual awakening, like, what is going on? And I was just talking to God and saying, I need your help. I need strength to get through this. I'm like, I'm done. I am done. And I haven't had a drink or a drug since.
And what day was that?
December 8th, 2018 is my sobriety date.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Were you, and you're married, you were married at the time, and you're still married?
I am.
He stayed with you,
Yep.
supported you
Yep.
through it all? Okay.
Yeah, we just celebrated 10 years this last fall.
Aw.
Yeah.
Wow. That's, okay, so what happened then? I mean, you do the time, you do the crime,
Right.
you gotta do the time.
So that Monday when I bailed out, I made my husband take me to get a chemical assessment done. I said, I need help.
Okay.
And I went and had that done that afternoon, and I started with outpatient treatment center 2
Okay.
days later.
Okay.
And I did 42 sessions of that. I never missed a session. And 40 of those sessions, I didn't even have a vehicle because my truck was still an impound.
Sure.
So I had to rely on people,
Right.
friends,
Yeah.
and my support system to get me to my meeting.
Wow. Okay.
And when that was over, I still needed to be by, like, around like-minded people. So I started with AA.
Okay, okay. You've often talked about you drank your feelings away
Yeah.
through this. What's coming out now? What's happening during these sessions and stuff? Are we getting feelings now?
Oh, yeah.
Are we peeling some layers back?
Yeah, like all the truths, honesty. Yeah.
Okay.
Like this is what you're hearing today. This is all truth and honest.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I can't say it enough. I've said it so many times through this. I'm so appreciative because, who wants to confess your ugly
Yeah.
parts and, bad choices? Who wants to do that? We don't want to do that. And you're here. You made quite a few of them. I mean, you did. But it's part of your process. It's part of your story. And when you get out and talk, it's the real deal. So when you're talking to these people that are struggling with addictions of drugs, alcohol, different addictions, you're impactful.
Yep, they can relate. And my story is there's so many details in there, with the divorce, a miscarriage, all the drug use, drinking, yeah.
So what's the day? December 8th of 2019.
2018.
2018, and you haven't touched a drop or done any drugs. Do you have a desire anymore? Do you ever get any?
There's no will.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing. Okay. Okay.
See, I can be around it too, because I told everybody right away, I'm like, I need to change, not you.
Okay.
I don't go to like a party or like a rave or
Right,
something like
right,
that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But I have a smaller group now. I like one-on-one, girl dates.
Yep.
Please have your glass of wine with dinner. I have no problem with that.
Okay. Yep.
I always like to a family event. I always like to drive to. Like if I've had enough, I can leave.
Like you've had enough of people.
Yeah,
Enough is enough. Yeah, not enough. You haven't had anything to drink. It's just you've had enough of people, enough of the party.
Like I always feel like I could deal with everything when I was drinking and using drugs, that I didn't feel all the energy and the emotions in the room. So now I feel like I have like some anxiety and my nervous system just kind of goes wild a little bit if I get too much.
So then you drive,
Yep,
and then you can leave when
see
you're
you
starting
later.
to feel that.
Yeah.
You're in control of that. Okay. All right. What helped you the most during the transition when you became clean?
Probably AA, working the 12 steps.
Okay.
That helped me get everything out of my closet, I should say. Yeah.
Okay. Out of your closet. I like that. Yeah. What's going on? What's happening back here that's making me want to not feel? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the speaking is very healing as well.
Okay. Healing for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're helping heal, but you're healing as you do that.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So did you have to spend time then in jail in that
Yeah, I was an outpatient. My agent came to visit me and worked on a bunch of paperwork, and I thought for sure that it'd be 3 years in prison. That was what was over my head. But luckily for me, my county has a DWI court program.
Okay.
Which I got accepted into, and then I got a lot of accountability out of that program. Because at first I thought it was like a babysitter's club. I'm like, what is going on? Because I had to check in every single day.
Okay.
They could come and give me a UA whenever, just see what I was doing.
Okay.
But that accountability helped being truthful and honest with everybody as well.
Okay.
For my actions.
Sure.
I ended up that summer of 2019. I did do 56 days in county jail.
Okay. Okay.
I was sentenced with like 120, and it went down to 90, and then it ended up doing 56.
Okay.
So I did spend that summer.
So that drug court held you accountable. Okay. So the AA dug in the back and pulled everything out of the closets, and then the drug court held you accountable. Okay, so both of those things. And a good husband, your husband was very supportive?
Yeah,
Family,
everybody. Yeah,
friends. They
Yeah.
had you. Wow.
The grief and pain, just never goes away when the addiction is stopped. You make room for that, and you carry it with you every day.
Can you say that one more time? The grief and the pain doesn't leave just because you stopped using.
Yeah.
It's still there with you every day.
Yeah.
How do you tolerate it then? Or how do you navigate through that now without drugs and alcohol?
I have a different routine, I suppose.
Okay.
I start my day with devotions and meditation and spend a lot of time in nature and music, and you got to get my head right first before I tackle a new day.
Every day.
Every day.
Is it a struggle?
No.
No.
It's my favorite time of the day.
Okay.
Yeah, I wake up extra early. I have a 5 a.m. fur ball alarm clock.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. You love life now?
I do.
You have a great life?
I do.
You had a second chance. Multiple chances, frankly, I think, through all of this. Yeah, yeah. I don't judge you, Tara. I am just so thankful for you being honest, and I think you've been just so real through all of this. I appreciate it so much. I hope that our viewers got an insight into what addiction and what, drugs and alcohol and using, how that can take somebody over. Sometimes those demons beat us, and it doesn't go the way it went for you. It went well for you. It went very, very well for you. And this thing called life, there is no straight path. Nobody has all the answers. I mean, we are just, and I think it's so important that we just be with each other and be open and honest. Good times and bad times. Do you have anything to tell your younger self back when you were on the farm taking care of all those kittens?
I don't know. I'm her again. I feel like.
Oh my word, you're her again.
Yeah.
Wow, you're her again. Wow, yeah. I'm happy for you, Tara. I'm so happy for you. I can't, that it's not doing justice for what I mean for you. I'm so happy. Tara, thank you very much for joining me today on Real Feel Insights. And I just wish nothing but the best for you. So thank you very much for sharing your story.